Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about the shorter version of Twist of Fate. Siddharth finally tells Ranbir the truth about Aliyah and Rhea and how they kidnapped Meika. And Ranbir got angry and he decided to take revenge on Aliyah and Rhea for what they did. So let's continue from there. After Siddharth tells Ranbir the truth about Rhea and Aliyah, the entire family comes there. Ranbir asks Prachi to talk and says if you don't speak up, then Rhea would humiliate you more. Prachi asks Ranbir that what should I say? Ranbir asks Prachi to say the truth, due to which they are separating, you, me and our baby. Ranbir tells everyone that since the day Prachi returned to the house, Rhea thought of what to do to make Prachi leave, and that is why Rhea accused Prachi wrongly, and she used Siddharth for this. Ranbir says, I am sorry, Rhea. I would expose you. Rhea says nothing has happened, so how will you expose me? She says Prachi is marrying Siddharth and she will leave the house after that. Ranbir asks Rhea that who is getting Prachi married to Siddharth. Rhea says we all are getting Prachi and Siddharth married because Prachi is carrying Siddharth's child. Ranbir asks who told you this? Rhea says Siddharth told us. Ranbir asks Rhea that who forced Siddharth to say that he is the father of Prachi's baby. Rhea asks Ranbir not to divert the topic and asks if this baby is not of Siddharth and you, then whose baby is this? Rhea says this baby is illegitimate, then and even now. Rhea says, I don't know whose sin Prachi is carrying in her womb. Ranbir says, enough. Prachi says, my baby is not anyone's sin. This is the love child of my husband and me. And she tells them that this is the truth, which Rhea tried to hide through the DNA test. Ranbir tells everyone that Prachi's baby is my baby. Rhea tells Prachi that you have provoked Ranbir and you are doing cheap stuff, claiming Siddharth's baby to be of Ranbir. Ranbir says enough and says he will forget that Rhea is a girl now. Ranbir tells everyone that Aliyah and Rhea planned big to show my baby as Siddharth's baby and they kidnapped Meika and they used Siddharth. He says this is their master plan. Rhea says I did not plan, it was my aunt. Pallavi asks if Ranbir is right and if Rhea and Aliyah have conspired. Ranbir tells Pallavi that Prachi's baby is my child and your grandchild. He says the baby is part of our house and he swears to Prachi that he will fulfill all the promises made to her. He asks Aryan to call the police and he tells Rhea that today, instead of Prachi, Rhea will go to her in-laws' house, which is the prison. Aryan is about to call the police. Rhea takes the phone from Aryan and she throws it away. Ranbir says it is time for you to go. He calls the police and says a big crime have happened here. Rhea asks Pallavi to do something about this and says I am your favorite daughter-in-law. Pallavi slaps Rhea and says I can forgive anything, but you shouldn't have called my Ranbir's baby as sin. Rhea asks where will I go to? Grandma says go to hell. Vikram asks Rhea to go from there if she doesn't want to go to jail. Rhea says she will not go away from the house and she asks Aryan to defend her. Aryan asks Rhea to leave and says he feels ashamed of her. Everyone asks Rhea to go. Rhea holds Prachi's hand and pushes her from the terrace and Prachi falls down. Ranbir shouted Prachi. It turns out to be Ranbir's daydreaming/imagination. Pallavi asks Ranbir that what will he get by venting out his anger on Siddharth. Rhea thinks that she has to stop this drama and she pretends to be dizzy. Siddharth whispers to Ranbir that it is Rhea's drama and says he is doubtful if Rhea is pregnant or not. Pallavi asks Siddharth and Prachi to go to the wedding altar and says the marriage shouldn't be stopped. She takes Rhea from there. Ranbir whispers to Siddharth that he would go and save Meika, but till then, sit on the wedding altar. He asks him not to get the marriage done. Siddharth assures Ranbir that he will not do this marriage. Ranbir thinks that he had set Aliyah's password. He locates Aliyah and says that Aliyah is in Hotel Orchid. Aryan comes in front of Ranbir's car and asks him to tell him what happened. Ranbir gets down from the car. Aryan asks what is the matter. Ranbir asks should I say the truth or not. Pallavi asks Prachi to do the touch-up of her makeup and come downstairs. She asks her not to think about Ranbir's anger and she asks her to be sure of her decision. Pallavi then says that she did not tell Prachi before, but today she will tell her. Pallavi tells Prachi that I can understand what is loneliness when you got closer to Siddharth. She asks Prachi to think just about her baby and live her life with her baby's father. She asks Prachi to think just about her baby and not about Ranbir and her. Shahana hears them. Pallavi asks Prachi that did you understand or not? Prachi knows that yes, and Pallavi asks Shahana to bring Prachi downstairs for the marriage. Shahana says okay, but Prachi refused to go to the wedding altar. Ranbir tells everything to Aryan about how Aliyah and Rhea kidnapped Meika and blackmailed Siddharth. Aryan says, what nonsense. Ranbir says, I am not taking revenge because your mom and your sister is involved. He says, I just want to save Meika. Aryan sits in the car and he insists to go with Ranbir, but Ranbir asks Aryan to be here and take care of Prachi. Aryan says okay, and Ranbir goes. Aryan still couldn't believe it. Prachi tells Shahana that if she goes to the wedding altar, then the marriage would happen. Shahana asks Prachi to run away from there so that she will not marry Siddharth. Prachi says then Meika's life will be ruined. Grandma tries to talk to Pallavi about Ranbir and Prachi. Pallavi says this is right for both of them and says her tongue can be bitter, but she doesn't have any bitterness for anyone. Pallavi tells Grandma that she doesn't want to hurt anyone and says if there was someone else, then they would have thrown Prachi out of the house rather than thinking about her marriage. Grandma says she knows that Pallavi is not evil and she praises her. Grandma asks Pallavi to think for 5 minutes that Prachi and Siddharth's marriage should not happen. Rhea hears them and calls Aliyah. She asks, where are you? Aliyah says I am at the place where I should be. Aliyah asks Rhea if the marriage is happening already. Rhea says no and says she has had enough and says now something would happen. We would either remember something or we would forget. Rhea tells Aliyah that today will be the judgment day and says in war, there is either defeat or victory. She says she wants to have forever happiness and says I want to see whose destiny is having it today and she wants to see who is going to win between she and Prachi. On the other side, Prachi says this marriage will not happen. On the phone with Aliyah, Rhea says something would happen today which has never happened till now. Aliyah says the person who attacked first wins, so we are going to win against Prachi. Rhea is happy and she smiles. Okay guys, don't forget that before this episode, Ranbir already knows about the truth of Aliyah and Rhea and he is scared to tell everyone the truth. Can you see that in this episode, he tells everyone the truth in his imagination and Rhea pushes Prachi on the terrace and makes her fall down. So he's scared to lose Prachi. He's scared of what Rhea might do to Prachi. So this is why he is not telling anyone the truth, but he already knows the truth and he is planning with Siddharth and Prachi and others that knows the truth already. Thank you so much guys for watching. I will bring you guys another episode spoiler of Twist of Fate. Till then, bye guys.